I just want to keep it real. What is it about these Epstein files that they are trying to hide, y'all?
It's the names. It's the people that's on these files. These are probably some of your most heavy hitters.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. It's the same people that's trying to get the shit concealed that's names is on the fucking files.
You said the same people?
Right.
Because to tell you the truth,
they don't want nobody to know their names is on that list.
To tell you the truth, they old girl said she willing to testify in front of Congress, but it's the same Congress that's not willing to put the files out.
Stop. So what type of rat race or what game you playing with us?
The Republicans want the files released, right?
Mm-hmm.
Republicans want the files released, but Trump is saying not to release the files.
Mm-hmm.
But when he was going to be president, he was saying what? One of his main pitches was that he's going to release the Epstein files.
Right.
So
that was to scare the few.
So,
right.
But then you may remember Elon Musk came out and said that he was on allegedly was on the Epstein files. Right. So why? We know it's powerful people on these Epstein files. Right. We know majority of these people will be Republicans. Am I right? Because they're high profile money people.
They on them motherfucker. You had even royalty.
Yeah.
Right. It don't matter. This escapade ain't got nothing to do with none of that. It's all about what they can get and keep it private. But I think with this is it's a play, and the play is not really for us. It's the play on the people that's in power. Because in the beginning, you wanted it released. Now you want it closed, right? Mm-hmm. Like I said, the same people that are requesting this and trying to expose, they want to bring the light that it's the attention of the people. Like I said, it's the attention of the people that are going, you know what I'm saying? It's a circle around game. The image is just on us. But they don't want any of that information released. There are people that you're watching every day on and giving them your money still. Why in the hell would they do things like that? People that have paid major money to keep their names quiet. And still probably playing. We don't know what's been going on in this type of lifestyle because we don't live there. But obviously it's private for a fucking reason. And we don't care about the low life of Diddy and all these other rappers and R&B status people. We want the real people, right? They just threw us all of that shit, Cassio. We don't care about none of that shit. It's fun for entertainment, but at the end of the day, we want the real names on the Epstein paperwork. And they like, shit, it's a lot of money. It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. Remember, Chloe Ray told you.
Well, they gave it away for a reason.
Right. They spoon feeding you as they feel.
Bro, do you think we'll get them files? What do y'all think, man? Y'all think we'll get them files?
Not how we want it. I mean, if some names are released, it's probably those people that ain't keeping up with their payments or keeping up with something, but making good networking. Because not say payments, because it's not always about money being transactions. Sometimes they're not keeping up with their good networking. You know what I'm saying? Because that can fuck you over too. You're no longer trustworthy. You move a little different. You're no longer within this society. You may be jeopardy of being released. But those of you that are still playing ball, you guys are safe.
Twid, hit the link. Twid, what up? Hit the link. It's time to run this.
Oh no, did it Harvey Maxwell?
That's her name. That's her name. So basically, Twin saying they finna end her.
They finna put her down.
Twin said, "Pay attention. She out of here."
Hold on.
Pay attention. That's what Twin saying.
Right. We're RIP to her. Because she's the next one. Move it.
So you think she gone?
What? Anybody associated with this shit? This is a big deal. We're looking at it for fun. We want to know who's on the list. Nigga, are you serious? These people don't want.
They don't want their information out.
Right. We asking for release the names. Why don't y'all release the names? They like shit. We could release names. There's a whole lot of shit. It's a problem. Because I think the biggest of your biggest are the ones. Like I told you, Oprah, all those people, your big wigs, your billionaires. Billionaires hang out with other billionaires.
And I'm telling you, they don't want that information out.
They don't. They don't.
That's what people got to
remember. People off other people. Epstein's gone. People get released from life.
Twin.
To keep these secrets.
Twin. Hold on. Let me get Twin in here.
Oh, Lord.
Where's number 2 at? Oh, okay. My bad, Twin. Hit the link, Twin. That was my fault.
Oh. You drank that soda?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, they finna knock her off.
You think they're gonna knock her off?
I know for a fact they finna knock her off.
Why would you think? They think they're gonna do it like they did Jeffrey?
They're gonna do her the way the Clintons always clean the board up. It's always a mysterious death. Always a mysterious death. It's always a car accident, a suicide, a boating accident. The Clintons clean the board up clean nicely. They gonna do that to her. They finna clean her up.
Yo, it's a lot of people, but they saying your boy allegedly Trump on this list. That's why he don't want it to come out.
I don't think it's Trump that's on the list. I think Trump is protecting certain individuals that's on that list.
So you think Trump is trying to protect individuals that's on the list instead of him trying to protect himself because he's on the list?
Yeah, I don't think he's on that list. I just feel like I don't know. I don't see it. Like the way that he planned it, because remember during his presidential campaign, he was like he kind of threw it out there like I'll really throw that list out there. Like he offered it like he said JFK, MLK, and Jeffrey, I'm gonna open up all the files for him. I don't feel like you would even play like that if you was on the list.
So you think basically he trying to cover it up for the people that helped him get into office, the other big Republican wigs, so if the list don't come out and fuck up his further endeavors.
Pretty much. I think him throwing the list out was to let them know basically either you gonna get in line or you going to jail, nigga. And they got in line, so it's like there's no need for me to put you in jail. You did what I told you to do, get in line. But if you don't want to get in line, well, you know what's finna happen. The whole world finna know what you really own.
So now that Maxwell is saying that she's willing to testify in front of Congress, she's going to testify in front of certain GOPs of the Republican Party that don't like Trump. Not everybody like you. You know what I'm saying? Just because we Republicans don't mean everybody like you. It's people in the same gangs that don't like each other. It's people that's
them Republicans don't like that nigga at all.
Yeah, they got different ideologies.
So some people want that list to come out. And so basically we're in a situation now where Maxwell's going to go in front of Congress and somebody in front, they're going to try to do what they best to stop her from going in front of Congress.
Yeah, because you got to remember how many times have we seen politicians speak on topics that they know they're guilty of, but they're talking about justice. So it's like these lawyers and there's certain politicians who are not involved that are like, no, like we as the Republican and Democrat parties, we want this list out. Not realizing the nigga next to you is looking at you like, nigga, if you don't shut your ass up, we didn't ask for that. Like nah, but I can't say that. I can't tell you to back down because what's your question gonna be? Why?
And not only that, but you also have to remember that female that outed him she testified against Congress, and now she ended up dead.
Exactly.
She got paid even from what was that dude from the UK? Is he like what was his he was like a prince or something like that? Yeah,
The royal family was hiding her.
Yeah, one of them dudes from the royal family was having sex with her.
Yeah, she was messing with the prince.
Yeah, one of the big wigs. He even settled a lawsuit with her.
Yeah.
So she got all that money and didn't get away. Should have went away. Next thing you know, I think they got rid of her in a car accident.
Yeah. But that's why I said even Maxwell, whenever we couldn't find her, remember when all that stuff happened and she disappeared? The royal family had her up in England, posted up somewhere hiding, where it got to the point where they was like, look, the shit didn't hit the fan too big. Y'all either gotta throw her over or we gotta bring you down with her. So yeah, nah, bitch, you gotta get up out of here. Go back to America. But like the Prince Phil and all them niggas was shuffling her around through England. She told him that. She was like, yeah, they was helping me out. Now, why would you be helping her out? Because y'all was doing the same thing in Haiti. We know what y'all was doing over there.
And what was that? What was they doing? Talk to us, twin. The Bounce News, man. This is the Bounce, man. The Bounce, the platform where hip hop, music, and politics meet each other, where we discover trends, and you see the most beautifulest women, celebrity guys to talk to them, twin.
Nah, we all know that they were in Haiti trafficking them kids. Clinton, all of them, they was all in Haiti doing that. Them kids, I keep telling people, it's not a coincidence when politicians go to places and then you start to look at, like, when you pay attention to when politicians go to places, like, remember that whole wave of Haiti? We got to protect Haiti. Remember they had the earthquakes and the water? It was go to Haiti. If you start paying attention to the statistics, kids are going missing. It's a coincidence that kids go missing at a higher rate when y'all are there. That's just weird to me. Like, oh no, they always have trafficking. Yeah, because y'all are the ones that's trafficking them. Oprah, where are the kids in Africa that got trafficked? Why, there was a spike in kids missing. As soon as Oprah opens up her little school, it's always where y'all migrate to, kids end up missing. It's crazy.
What you know about that, Kimmy? You heard about that?
What? The one they were in Haiti?
Yeah, about the kids going missing.
No, I didn't know that the kids were going missing in Haiti. But I do know.
Well, I mean, they're black poverty kids.
Wasn't the kids going missing in Haiti too? What was that? Wasn't all of African schoolgirl kids with people was going in the tribes? What was that dude? What was the dude? Baracco? What was his name?
Yep.
Baracco. It was some dude. It was an African dude that was going into the villages and taking all the schoolgirl kids.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
But
he came out and said that he was moving them to other villages,
trying
to protect them, and that all those girls were verifiable, none were missing.
Hell no.
He said they were trying to hide these girls from other people coming in and trying to.
I believe that. Know what I believe? I believe that they do exactly what the slave trade does.
Exactly.
Remember how with the Moors?
Exactly.
Remember how when we say the Moors was traders because the Moors came in and did what? Took their own people and gave them to
This is a $1 billion industry. They're buying children and on the black market like it's no business, and they're in their house. And those kids are undocumented by our means because they're coming in, however they're smuggling them internationally. And the parents, and we watched the movie A Freedom Song. There's no way to really in those other countries to find your kids, and to where do you start?
Once they go
on forever. Like here, we have track records, all of that stuff. What about those countries that don't have that? It's so easy to go in and just steal those babies, steal those kids, and have them moved around. Just as we speak, it's the business of trafficking is moving around like insane.
We watched, what was that movie? Was it Taken? When he took his daughter and they took his daughter and took her in the country and put her on a boat, and it was nothing but rich people.
Right. Remember, and they were auctioning
women off. That's on a boat.
They do it.
And it was nothing but men from the most elaborate world, countries and different places coming on this boat just to get girls, and they were being auctioned off and going with them to different countries. Where my I paid $3 million for her.
Right.
That's what they doing.
Right.
But because you gotta think about it though. It's like, how does America have the most strictest laws against child abuse, but we're the number one hub for child pornography and trafficking? Right. How does that even work?
Because they're liars.
Exactly. That's why I say, that's why when people are sitting here saying these things are not happening and the politicians are fighting, my question is, well, then who are y'all fighting? Y'all worried about pimps and prostitutes in Las Vegas, but we forgetting about the kids that y'all is trafficking through them sewer tunnel holes. And we calling them people who are saying, yes, we've seen these kids in these sewers. We're telling them, oh, they're just crackheads. They don't know what they're talking about. They're making these things up, guys. They're mentally unstable. And now, who are we gonna believe? A politician or a dope fiend?
Right.
And the politicians know the cracks, the cracks and the wiggles to how to get around this shit. The $1 billion business. Remember, this is a $1 billion business that deal with fetish and money. Right. People with money, as we just saw with P. Diddy, is the one that have these high fetishes. Right. People with no money like us in the low class, we don't have these fetishes because we can't vibrate on that level. No. We ain't ready for that yet. So now we know who the ones with these high fetishes. Every time we hear about somebody getting caught, getting outed, we hear about this elaborate sexual lifestyle. We hear about Bill Clinton getting caught with Monica Lewinsky fucking in the White House and the blue dress. You hear sticking cigars up her pussy.
Right, you hear all of this stuff about them. You know what I'm saying? And then you just kind of...
It's always the same. It's always high sexual.
I even tell you, go look up the statistics. Now, remember when them LA fires happened?
Yeah.
You remember there were fires in Myrtle Beach too. Now, if you Google, like, don't even mention the fires, just Google the highest trafficking rate of children that are missing. It's those two cities. What are the odds that those two cities that have the highest trafficking of children, especially minorities, black girls and boys from ages 9 to 16. What are the odds that those two cities are the ones that burned in specific areas that we have forever said, y'all are trafficking people in Hollywood? You're trafficking people. No poverty home, middle class homes didn't get burned down. Those were all celebrity and elite neighborhoods. And no bodies have been recovered. That's so all them fires and nobody's, y'all only talked about the woman who was paralyzed. And that was it. But those prisoners that y'all sent to be firefighters, they were telling us, yeah, there were bodies everywhere. Why y'all didn't mention that in the news?
They never do.
That's my point. Y'all was burning it. You burnt them kids up. Y'all were cleaning shop because something was going to happen. Y'all was cleaning up shop. It's just a coincidence that those two cities with the top trafficking had the two most biggest fires we done seen in I don't know when. It's just, all of it is people, oh, it's just, there ain't no coincidences. It's not. And now here we are, and Maxwell, now she wants to testify in front of Congress. Like, people think these events that happen because they're spread out, aren't connected. But it's just, what are the odds that now, you've been in jail for years, but now you want to testify in front of Congress? But why didn't you testify like that when you were on trial? Because you didn't really want to name drop when you was on trial. You was kind of shoving it off to Epstein. But now it's like, well, now I want. So what happened from then to now that has changed your mind that you now want to name drop?
You think she not scared of her life being took though? You think like she don't sit around and like say like they got him, maybe they gonna come get me?
No, she know. Come on,
her life is over.
Right. This is dangerous. Right. So this is
like, so why name drop then? Why not keep it to yourself?
Because she knows she gonna die anyway. You have 20 years in prison.
Right.
You can't hide. Eventually, if one of them say, you know what, today I feel like putting a hit on you. We saw with Tory and R. Kelly how easy it is to get touched in prison. So it's like she's sitting there like, honestly, today might be my last day. So shit, fuck it. I might as well go out with a bang. Everyone's throwing it on me anyway. Right. I'm this monster who trafficked kids, and I'm this disgusting person. Well, shit. What about Chase Bank? Why did y'all pay the victims of Epstein? if y'all didn't know what was going on. Y'all paid him a fat lump sum and didn't want to disclose it because you said an apology. Well, we're sorry about what happened. Well, what happened, Chase? Tell us what happened. What are you sorry for? Because that's a pretty broad statement to say our apologies to the families for what? So you knew he was trafficking and y'all was helping him hide the money and launder it back and forth.
They probably, his money was through Chase.
Right.
Yeah, Chase Bank was helping him do it. And Chase knew about it. They had it in the documents. And Chase was like, that, Epstein's dead, so we can't confirm. But Epstein, Maxwell was like, no, Epstein told them niggas. They knew what we was doing. They was helping us not get our money flagged through the banking system.
And guess what? That's how they took Epstein money. Because whenever they get you for trafficking, and that's how they able to get your money.
Right.
Yep.
That's why all his wealth and everything, the government took all that when he died.
Yep.
And then if you pay attention, when he died, they charged him with state charges and found him guilty of state charges.
Oh, after they took all his money.
Yeah, just so they can take the money.
Because honestly, I'm confused on if she's guilty of trafficking, who did she traffic to?
She was trafficking to all the big dogs.
But that's my point. When in court have we ever seen a case where you can say I trafficked someone and not tell who you trafficked to?
Yeah, and when did the people that's being traffickers also not get brought to justice? Why are we hiding these people? Why are these people protected?
Because it's not about bringing them to justice. If it was, then everybody would be revealed. It wouldn't be like, oh, release the names. If we really cared so much and it would go the way it's supposed to, names would be released. We would bring everybody that was responsible.
It would be the biggest scandal in history.
Exactly.
Yes, that's why I said fuck the files. I don't want to see the files. Just give me the buyer list. Let us see who was buying. You can keep the files. All we need is the list.
They won't tell you because it'll be the biggest scandal in American history.
It's the same people we be sitting around talking about all the time. People, that's in the news.
All your high up celebrities.
People, basically, the people that run the nation. That if you run and got any type of power here, you are possibly on this list.
And we saw, and all you got to do is look up Jeffrey Epstein and look at the people